What's up, peeps? This is Todd and welcome back to my show. Today we're going to go over the top 5 jobs that do not require a college degree. I will specifically be talking about high-paying jobs that do not require a formal education of any kind. Every job that I'm going to discuss in this video you can get with just a high school diploma. Now I want to make one thing very clear. I'm not saying that any of you should drop out of college if you're currently attending, and I'm not saying that if you're in high school that you should skip college. All I'm saying is that college is not the right path for everybody. And for those of you who think it's not for you, I'm hoping this video can provide some clarity on some really good jobs that you can get even without a degree. Not going to college doesn't mean you're a failure, and it certainly doesn't mean that you should have to work for 40 years of your life at a low-paying job that you hate. So, without further ado, here are the top 5 jobs that you can get that do not require a college degree. Number 1 is an insurance agent or an insurance broker. For my entire professional career, I worked as a health insurance broker. My job was to consult with different businesses about what healthcare plan they should buy for their employees. Essentially, I would help business owners choose an employee benefits package, and then my team would onboard their employees to that plan. Now, I made a lot of money selling insurance, and the people that I worked with were making a lot of money too. There was a guy in my office working right next to me. Admittedly, he had been in the business for a little bit. He was about 40 years old, but he was making about $600,000 per year, and he had no college degree. In fact, most of the salespeople working there had no degree. Now, I have always been on the broker side, and what that means is I'm not captive to one agency. For example, a broker can sell the products of many different insurance companies. An insurance agent is usually more captive, meaning they can only sell their products. So, for example, an Allstate agent can only sell Allstate products. Now, I do also know a few agents who run their own branches of Allstate, Geico, or American Family Insurance. Those folks are also making in the low to mid 6 figures, and out of everybody that I know who's doing that, only one of them went to college. Now, the second high-paying job that you can get without a degree is a real estate agent. You can become a real estate agent with no more than a high school diploma and a drive for success. The good news is that if you're in a hot market like Seattle, Los Angeles, Austin, Texas, or Manhattan, your earnings are potentially unlimited. The bad news is this job is commission only, so there is no hourly pay and there is no salary. So this is one of those jobs where you could make a fortune or you could make zero. The number 2 salesman at Keller Williams is a personal friend of mine, and he makes about $2 million per year. Now, I won't mention his name in this video because he doesn't know that I'm recording and talking about him, but in addition to making about $2 million from selling real estate, he's also authored several books and he's developed some software to help other real estate agents. This guy has no degree and he is killing it. Now, the third job on our list for high-paying jobs that do not require a degree is construction worker, specifically a crane or a forklift operator. I live in the booming area of Seattle, and our city is almost constantly under construction. There are folks out there with the green jackets and the hard hats doing really hard physical labor and really demanding work, but the good news is many of them are making a salary of about $160,000 per year. Now, this is not the average income. Those people have been doing it for a while, but the vast majority of people that I know that are doing that job have no degree of any kind, and they are still able to bring down 6 figures per year. Not to mention, many of those jobs, specifically the construction guys and the forklift operators, a lot of those positions are union, meaning it's pretty difficult to get fired. So if college isn't for you, and you love being outside and you love working with your hands, maybe going into the construction industry is right for you. Now, the fourth job on this list is an electrician. A junior electrician can make up to about $80 per hour. Electricians come in very high demand because every single house needs electricity. Instead of going to college, once you finish high school, you could take up an apprenticeship with an electrician. You could be mentored by that person, learn everything you need to know about the business, and within a couple of years, you could be making up to $80 per hour. Not bad for someone with no degree. Now, the fifth and final job on this list today is a plumber. You guys, plumbers can make an insane amount of money. There are some plumbers here in Seattle that are making $400 per hour. Now, I don't want to be dramatic. They're not making that every hour, 40 hours a week, but if they're kept pretty busy, it's very reasonable for them to make about $1,000 per day. That is because, similar to an electrician, a plumber is in very high demand. If you have a septic tank and that septic tank backs up and you have raw sewage running through your bathtub and your sinks, and the nasty, sludgy fluids are coming into your house, it is no surprise that you would happily pay somebody $400 or $500 to fix that mess immediately. Now, the downside to being a plumber is that you can be working some pretty crazy hours, because if somebody has a problem in the middle of the night, they might be calling the emergency line, and that might mean that you're heading somewhere at 2 o'clock in the morning. But again, because you can make upwards of $400 per hour in some cases, and this job doesn't require a degree, many people people think that is a fair price to pay. Now, of course, there are many other jobs that you can get that don't require a college degree, but I did not want to make this like a 50-minute long video. So if you like this type of content, let me know in the comments if you want me to post more information about different types of jobs that do not require college degrees. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace.